First things first, I'd like to welcome you to class. Now, what you'll be learning today is not some cheap how-tos like you see out there on the internet. This is a secret reserved only for men amongst men, the alpha males. At the end of this video, you'll not just be turning on your girl. If done correctly, she will always want this point of view before anything goes down in the bedroom. To beta males amongst us, this video will set you on course to becoming the head of your league. Look no further for your turn-on needs because I got you. Enough of the promises already, let's get digging. You gotta be confident. I bet you're about to say not again. Do not take this first point for granted because this is the foundation of all the acts that you'll be pulling. I hate seeing a dude who looks down where he's speaking to his girl or crush and he can't maintain one position. He keeps on fidgeting and looking unsettled. It used to be me, but right now, true to my word, I find it ridiculous. And I repeat, I don't like it. When you're speaking to that girl that you want to get intimate with, I want you to be relaxed and settled. Own the moment. In confidence, 90% of guys fail. They come back looking dumb and confused and biting their nails, which is childish, by the way. They don't know what went wrong. And if you ask for a recap, they say, well, we were talking all right and she just said she had to leave. I don't expect you to know why you messed up in the whole affair. In fact, if you could explain what went wrong, then confidence wasn't the issue. Confidence is not something that can be communicated. It is felt, and it must be by action. The gorgeous lady won't want to kiss you now. Hold up, that's even too much. She won't want to hold your hand in public if she senses that you're not confident. It's a sign that you're not even sure of yourself. How can you protect her if you keep acting like a child? Confidence is no joke, comrades. You better zip that up, or we don't have any game to start with. Pay attention to grooming. I can't imagine what's more terrible than kissing a girl and she backs away because your mouth smells like you brushed with swamp water that morning. Or even worse, she smells your stench a few feet before she reaches you. I'm giving you the secrets, and you had better take notes because I expect to hear improvements in that comment section. I used to be a guy who looked dirty and smelled awful with unkempt hair because I was a math geek and did overtime on computer programming. Now, when these ladies and even my girl got to know me better, she believed I was every lady's dream. But the primary turnoff was my poor grooming skills. I've heard so many stories of men in bed with their wives, and they're asked to go shower before anything intimate will continue. I can't emphasize this enough, how women hate dirty men with poor grooming skills. Dressed up like you just finished fighting, tattered hair, sweat, rumpled clothes. This is not gonna fly. If you intend to turn that gorgeous Mexican goddess from your dream to your body count, you gotta change your game. Cut your hair. Let your beard be shaven appropriately. That includes your, down there beard. Your dress should be neatly ironed, and please invest in colognes and deodorant. They're powerful game changers. Once that is correctly done, you're ready for the next secret. Let the mood be right. Say what you want or grumble, but in this class we're going to teach you all about your shortcomings. The implication of trying to turn on a girl in the wrong atmosphere is like calling someone a genius and then saying he's an idiot. Turning on a lady or your girl and a perfect mood are proportional to each other. One can't work without the other. I had a friend who was sent to do something nasty with his girl, but he had his speakers emitting powerful sermons from his pastor. He had a convicted girlfriend and no game. You want the mood to be suitable for perfect results. You should invest in candles, especially those that smell real nice. Also, your room temperature and lighting, make sure it's not too chilly or too hot inside. You want that chick to be comfortable as she can be. And the illumination, please. No white fluorescent bulbs, get some other color like blue or red, or some LEDs to string up on the wall, something. And lastly, I expect you to bring some wine to the mix. Your speakers should be playing sexy music. I repeat, nothing but actual sexy music. Talk dirty. This next point involves knowing who you're dealing with. If you got a newbie, the lady on your hand, and she isn't entirely comfortable yet, you don't want to scare her with the sex talk. For an experienced lady, you want to turn the gear up as you go. Pay attention. I emphasize switching gears as you go. You gotta pay attention to details if you intend to close this chick. Once you make a sleek comment about her nipples and she doesn't laugh about it, you might want to slow your horses. But if you talk about her cleavage and she laughs and comments on your lips, then there's a sign, you daredevil. You better go free and don't apologize for it. While talking dirty, you want it to be as personal as possible. Your dirty talk should flow from you as you take in the moments. I know the standard Google search like 40 dirty words to tell your girl. You are my friend and fellow stud. The best advice that I give you is don't go that way. If you don't want to sound fake and desperate, it's much better to come up with your ideas straight from the dome. For example, if you see that Regina is seated, her legs are spread, slightly exposing her dark, flowery underwear, and upward is her breast hanging with no bra and showing you the silhouette of that nipple, these are products to spin into something filthy. Let your eyes feast, and whatever information you see should be written on, and turn that lady on. Go for the kiss. A kiss is an effective way of turning on a lady, I know, shocker, and if done right, it will earn you a rite of passage to what lies beneath. I emphasized grooming before, and I will again. You've got to keep your breath fresh. Advisable, you should eat some gum or use mouthwash to ensure that your lips are not chapped. Keep them loose for what's coming. When going in for the kiss, I advise that you keep the tongue-twisting action at bay. Take your time and go real slow, real soft. And when you gain momentum, you can alternate between fast and slow. Once you've set that kiss in motion for some time, you don't want to be like an ignorant child who pulls away from candy. You want to be exploring some other parts. When switching up, try alternating between slow kisses and soft touches with the lips, on her neck, or gently moving to her throat, collarbone, shoulders. Friction, if used correctly, can be a powerful game changer. When done correctly, it absolutely guarantees a home run. Body friction, when bone dry, is very painful to the body, and it causes injuries. I'm not teaching you to leave a lady with an injury at the end of an intimate section, so you might want to invest in some lubrication. When you're going in for the touch, you really want to pay attention to her reaction. If you touch her, for example, on the back, and she breaks from kissing you and tries to keep your hand where she can see it, it's a sign for you to focus on the kiss before you proceed further. Let's say she reacts perfectly. Well, where do you go from there? The next step is to locate where she likes being touched. And when you do, I say always leave her wanting more. Overusing spots weakens its effect, and you want to have her anticipate your touch. It's advisable to alternate the lips instead of the hand, making it more effective. 50 Shades of Grey. This last chapter is for the alphas amongst us who are willing to go extreme. When I say 50 Shades of Grey, what comes to your mind? Probably sex, wild sex if you like books or movies. If you think that way, then, well, you're wrong. What this last point tries to teach you, students of the class, is simple. You need to heighten her senses. When she sees your lips touch her nipples, it's less surprising to her. The less she expects, the better. And with this, I suggest in good faith that you throw in a blindfold, and much, much more. Tying Regina's hands down with a soft silk scarf and blindfolding her forces her to depend on her other organs, like the ears and the skin. When you kiss her breast in such an arrangement, she feels it even more. The points are streamlined, and when followed carefully, that'll lead you to the endgame. The class is over now, so click on the following video to improve your dating skills.